We're starting? Okay. Good morning. My name is James Corden. And welcome to the Late Night Show with James Corden. Tonight, we have some very special guests on today. This first band that we have is this group from the country called the Obs. And welcome the Obs. And our second guest, let's all have a round of applause for the Obs. They're going to perform this amazing song from their new album, Obsolete, which is here. Johnny, what's it called? What? Speak up! What's it called?
It's called The Tale of Brendon Bourne or something like that. That's
Okay.
the song they're going to be playing.
Okay. This song that they're going to be playing is off their debut album. It's called Obsolete. And the song they're performing is called The Tale of Brendon Bourne. How brilliant is that? Okay. Let's have another round of applause for the Obs. Okay. Thank you, the Obs. Say.
Say...
Shit, fuck, shit.
I like to play some kids. I like to wank. Brendon Bourne, Brendon Bourne, Brendon World media teacher Brendon Bourne, hashtag Brendon Bourne did nothing wrong.
Hello. James Corden turned out to be really sick this day, so me, being the janitor, I'm going to be interviewing
John Warb.
My name is Bernard Purple, by the way, if anyone wants to give me any promotional stuff. So, what's your favourite colour?
You want this? Yeah, you can have it. Yeah, have it.
Thank you. Where did you buy this?
Found it on the floor.
Which floor?
This floor.
It's dangerous.
You're dangerous. You're gonna be asking questions? You an interviewer?
No. Why are you called the Obs?
Because both of our names end with Ob. John Wob, Bob Knob. The Obs.
Okay. Why does one of you play guitar and the other of you play bass?
Well, that's actually not true, because we swap instruments every now and again. See, sometimes Bob Knob will play the keyboard and I'll play like a ukulele, or sometimes I'll play the keyboard and he'll play a drum, which doesn't exist, but sometimes it does. You look a bit sick there. You want some deodorant? You're a bit stinky. Yeah, you can have some deodorant.
Thank you.
Your neck is a bit stinky. It's probably from all that McDonald's. Your knees are a bit stinky. Feet are a bit stinky. Oh, my money fell out. Sorry, that's just all my royalties from all the Obs music. Because we're really rich. Which you should know.
I don't have a life. Where's Bob Knob?
He's in the toilet. I think he's taking a shit. Maybe if you go up to the door, you might be able to hear the plopping.
Are you gonna make a song called The Plopping?
That's a good idea that I'm going to steal from you. We are going to make a movie called The Squishing. It's about these creatures called squishies and they eat people. It's going to be very good. We've already made the soundtrack for it.
Where did you come up with this idea of squishing stuff?
I just came up with the name The Squishing and thought, oh, that would be a good horror movie. And it is. You know why? We're the best fucking band in the world. Like every other band is fucking shit compared to us. Yeah, we're just objectively the best band. And we're just objectively better than everyone else.
James Corden is a cunt. He doesn't pay me anything. I only get paid like 1 cent a fucking millisecond.
It's not that bad. 1 cent a millisecond. Yeah, that's like more than us. And we're fucking rich. You know, look at all this money here. Buy our dinner from McDonald's, that's how rich we are.
Oh, what did you get from McDonald's?
Got 6 chicken nuggets and a frozen raspberry. However, Bob Knob was a cunt and wouldn't drink the fucking rest of it. So then my fucking sundae melted, which I got for free.
What a dick.
I don't know. Unbelievable.
When
I hate this band.
Same.
I hate this show. I don't like you. You're not a very good interviewer. I think I'm just gonna go. I'm taking the deodorant with me. You can keep my money, cunt.
Thank you. That was John Wob. I'm going to jump out of the window now.
Welcome back to the James Corden Show. I am your host, Stephen. James Corden couldn't make it tonight. He went home early because the performance was so emotional. Speaking of performance, Bob Knob, you are the what in the Obs? What do you do? Do you do anything?
I do this stuff.
Very interesting. You ever read this book?
It's fucking brilliant, mate. My father wrote it, actually.
Really?
Yeah. His name is Anthony Burgess.
Really?
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, then Stanley Kubrick would have never made The Shining.
Really? That's very interesting. What else have you done in the past, Bob Knob?
I once saved a turtle from getting run over.
When was this?
Like a couple of minutes ago.
Weren't you on stage a couple minutes ago?
There's a turtle on the stage. And I saw some guys driving around, so I must have confused the stage with the turtle.
Right, I see. When is your second album coming out? Because I know your first is coming out in 3 days. So when's the second? You know, we want a follow-up because it's such a fucking brilliant album. We just need a follow-up.
Have you heard the album?
No, but from that performance, we can assume it's a brilliant album.
I agree. Our next album. At least sometime like the next couple of days, maybe. Maybe like a month away. Or 2 months. Maybe even a year.
Right. So, who are some of your musical influences, let's say? You influenced by The Strokes, or any of those cool bands who are very cool with the kids nowadays?
We're influenced by the government. We take a lot of inspiration from them, and especially Margaret Thatcher and Abraham Lincoln. I heard that he was a pretty cool dude, and I saw a movie about him once. He seemed pretty neat.
Very interesting. Now, didn't you say that you played drums on The Strokes' debut album in 2001?
Did I? Yes, I
So
did.
so you did. You played drums. Wasn't
Yeah.
that 3 years before you were born?
I guess you could say that.
So you played drums on The Strokes' debut album 3 years before you were born?
Yes.
Right.
I don't like being patronized by this. Okay? It's very patronizing to be on.
I'm just asking questions. These are just the questions that I was given by James Corden. You know, you just said you played on The Strokes' debut album.
I did.
But
Who had the right to say that you could bring it up again?
well, it was 3 years before you were born. How do you do that? Okay. So how did you get the name Bob Knob?
My dad came up with it.
And your dad wrote A Clockwork Orange. And his name's Anthony Burgess.
His actual name was Greenish Knob.
So
It sounds really interesting, but seriously, everyone around him called him the Greenish Knob.
So was his name Greenish Knob or was
Yeah,
it just a nickname?
his grandparents named him Greenish Knob.
His parents didn't name him Greenish Knob, his grandparents did.
I mean, I guess.
Right. Alright, don't you mean your grandparents named him Greenish Knob?
His.
Right, I see. So his parents had no say in it? grandparents chose the name Greenish Knob.
His parents were dead.
Alright, I see.
His mother died 1 month before he was born. And then his dad died like a couple of years ago. And his grandparents are still alive. His grandparents' name was actually Sea Green Knob. So it's like green. I just happened to be named Bob because my dad knew a man named Bob, who then got like this toxic waste thrown onto him, and he turned into a Hulk.
Right.
His name's Bob.
Right. See. So, do you consider yourself a good band? Do you take yourselves at all seriously?
Very.
Okay then. So, do you think that you are... Okay, now do you think that you are the best band at what you're doing right now?
I think we're fucking brilliant, mate.
You think you're better than most other bands?
What type of bands?
You know, like, you know, these really famous classic bands, you know, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, you tend on being better than them.
We are.
Do you really think that? Because I think that you are. Maybe. Might be.
I think definitely. Maybe. Oasis fucking suck.
Okay.
Especially the Gallagher brothers. I hope they die in a fire. I hope they get thrown into a volcano filled with dragon cum.
It's an interesting statement there.
We are an interesting band after all.
I do see that. After all, you are called the Obs. So, who came up with the name the Obs? Anyway.
Our last name, the two last letters of our last names are Ob. He's John Rob, and I'm Bob Nob.
Yeah, I asked who came up with the name.
Just came out of thin air. I guess if you really thought about it, God came up with it. And we are God, so...
So you believe in God?
We believe in ourselves.
So, you believe in yourselves because you believe that you are God?
We are God.
Right.
Me and him.
So, are you saddle influenced by Kanye West? Because you have a lot in common, you know, you both think you're God. You seem to have some obsession with Kanye, you know, you're going to make a track with him. You know, you're going to have a collaboration.
I guess we are similar, apart from the fact that Kanye West is actually very influential by people. He's influenced by people, such as like Jay-Z and God. But we're influenced by ourselves, because we are God. We influenced Kanye West, and we influenced ourselves.
But Kanye West has been around decades before you. How did you influence him? How did you influence all these famous bands? You said that you influenced the Jesus and Mary chain, but they were around about 30 years before you. How did you do that?
My dad was great friends with the lead singer of Jesus and Mary Chain, and he told Jesus and Mary Chain that... Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
He said that I and this other man
I'm not laughing. I believe what you're saying.
that this other man would create a band of... It's very emotional. Of stuff.
Does this story make you cry knowing that this band stole what you were doing decades before you even existed?
Yes.
Yes, you can see that.
We were going to create a band before that man created a band. And then he created a band and stole our idea of creating a band. Especially with things such as feedback.
And 2 strings on a bass guitar.
Yes.
And you had 1 string on your guitar on this album, according to John Wobb. There was there was 3 strings. There was 2, and then there was 1 at the end.
Yeah.
How did you do that? Like no other. I couldn't think of any other band that could make an album on 1 guitar string.
I guess we're just very influential.
Right. So do you think that you are going to be considered a classic rock band in the future? People are going to look back on you and think, wow, they were the greatest band of all time.
I don't think we're going to be considered classic, and we're going to be considered futuristic.
So you think that you are ahead of your time, per se?
Yes. Just like Jesus and God was. And because we are God, we are ahead of our time.
Right. I see.
And Kanye West is a dick for thinking that he is God. We are God. He's a cunt.
Oh, okay. Okay. Chill out there, Bob Knob. Getting a bit heated here. So, you have rips in your jeans here. Is that part of the, thing? Is that part of, like, the, look?
I chipped on some knives, and then they cut the jeans.
Really? That story seems very unbelievable. How did you do that without having more serious injuries?
I was wearing knee pads.
So you were wearing knee pads under your jeans?
I was going for a bike ride, and then I realized that my bike didn't have any tires. And then actually I don't have a bike because I'm not a dickhead like David Byrne. But it's quite cool. And I think what I did was I put knee pads before finding out that I don't have a bike. And then I was like, I should go for a bike ride. And then I realized I didn't have a bike. And then I'm a kung fu person. I have I have this room with knives all on the floor. And I thought I was walking into the bathroom, but I was really walking into the knife room. And there was this big chair in front of the door. And I tripped, and voila! I created a new scene.
So you created this look,
Yeah.
right?
The Sex Pistols can go fuck themselves.
So you're saying that they stole that look from you. Right, how did you do that decades after they existed?
My dad's good friend with John Lydon?
I think it's John Lyndon.
John London.
Yeah,
Whatever.
John London.
Yeah, he's a cunt. He was gonna say, my dad was talking about how his son and this other man would create a band with ripped jeans to make it look cool, so it can look like a new thing. And then John Lydon was like, oh fuck yes man, we should do that. And they stole our fucking look.
So you believe that because you're God, everyone stole everything from you.
Beethoven once stole my hairstyle. I had this hairstyle that was grey, because I'm actually quite old, even though I was born in 2004. Because I'm God, and God, as you know, is quite old. And, yeah. Anyone who has grey hair is a cunt. And anyone who dyes their hair after it turns grey is a prick.
So you dyed your hair because it's turning grey?
Yeah.
And you did that for everyone else?
No, my dad's good friends with the guy who created hair dye. And you're lucky that I'm doing this. I have a cold.
Is that so? You don't seem very sick to me.
I'm very sick.
But you're God, how can you be sick?
Because I made myself sick so I can act sick on the show, so I can say that I'm sick. The first guy who sneezed is a prick.
So you invented sneezing as well?
I invented, like...
everything?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to seem like I'm a dickhead, but I did create everything important. And I guess the bad thing about me is that I created everything unimportant too.
And what about the devil?
I think he's a pretty cool dude. I mean...
What did he create? Did he create anything? Did he take everything you did and turned it into something evil?
Yeah, but I'm good friends with him, so... I think the devil is going to create this new band. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know, like the Ibs?
Yeah.
The Abs?
The Abs. That's one thing that he created. He created spray on abs.
It's not very good.
No.
It's very bad.
Yes.
So do you really think that you are the, God?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Do you take your statements seriously at all?
Yes.
So you take yourself seriously?
Yes.
And you're being serious right now?
Yes.
Right. Are you really taking yourself seriously? Are you really though? Because I mean, these things you're saying are pretty far-fetched. Like you played on the Strokes' debut album 3 years before you were born, and I just don't know how you did that. I frankly don't believe it.
Go back in time and go to the recording studio of the Strokes' first album when they're recording it, and you'll see me in there playing the drums.
Well, I thought that Fabrizio Moretti played the drums, because, you know, he is the drummer of the Strokes, and he's credited as the drummer on the album.
But he's a cunt.
So you're saying that he didn't play, it was you who played the drums?
Anyone who plays the drums is a cunt. My dad is good friends with the man who invented the drum. And he said that his son and this other man would play on this bang thing, bang stuff. That's why there isn't any drums on this first album, because we thought, yeah, drums are overrated now. They're used on nearly every fucking thing apart from Ed Sheeran. And my dad's very good friends with Ed Sheeran too.
Is he really?
Yes.
Did Ed Sheeran steal something from you as well?
He stole 50 million listeners from us before we created our album.
So, if I gave you $50 right now, what would you do with it?
I would give it to the homeless. I would actually no. I would buy 25 coffees.
That's more important than feeding the homeless, say? Buying 25 coffees.
Well, The thing is, my dad's very good friends with the first homeless man. So being homeless is overrated. There's just too many people out there now that go, I don't want to be homeless so I can get more money. God, they're a bunch of cunts. I hate the homeless.
So you think that they're just like faking it? They're all actors.
They are all actors. My dad's very good friends with the first actor. And the first actor turned homeless to get more money.
And what was his name? What was this actor's name?
It was like Barry Lyndon or something.
Never fucking heard of him.
He was very underrated. I think he's a very good actor.
Do you think you're a good actor?
It's my one weakness. I'm a fucking terrible actor.
Are you acting right now?
Does it look like I'm acting right now?
Are you being completely serious and honest right now?
Yes.
Uh, Oh.
I think my dad's calling me. Oh yeah, that's right. My dad was friends with the first guy that invented the phone.
Really,
So-
was he now? Yeah, was your dad friends with everyone?
Yeah, he was friends with the first pie maker.
How old is your dad?
It's like 45.
So your dad's 45, but he knows everyone who pretty much invented everything since like the dawn of time.
I guess you could say that he also is God.
So there's 3 gods.
We're all... Yes. Yes. You're right. There are 3 gods. My dad was also the great friend to the guy who invented the Bible. And the
What?
guy who invented letters and the sky. He's friends with himself. He is friends with the man who invented...
Everything. Who invented God?
God... Yes. You see, God was born as a star. He was born as a star, and then... Ooh!
Excuse me, the interview's not over yet.
It's a sampler. This van wants. Oh.
Thank you, Mother!
This van.
Thank
Where
you.
are you dribbling?
Thank you,
This van
Mother!
wants a sampler.
Thank you, Mother!
This
Wait,
van wants a sampler.
I don't know who you're talking about.
What is that you have there? Looks like,
My dad's very good friends with the first man named Van, and he's still alive.
Okay, I see. So,
The first mushrooms of the season. Turds of the cows.
Thank you, Mother! Thank you, Mother!
so
Your
God's
mother's
not-
very good friends with James Corden.
I thought you didn't like James Corden.
No, he's a cunt. My mother likes him. My dad's very good friends with the first mum, too.
What are you drinking there?
Soup.
Doesn't look very tasty. Is your dad friends with the first guy who invented soup?
No, I am.
So he isn't best friends with everyone.
He knows the man who invented soup.
Right. We will be back on the James Corden
You're
show.
being lied to by the
Okay.
government.
On the James Corden show in about 2 minutes. I am Stephen, your host, with Bob Knob,
I love Abraham Lincoln.
and we'll be back soon.
He's a dick.
Welcome back to the James Corden show. I'm your host, Stephen. Today I'm here with Bob Knob of the Obs, who played just before. So, Bob, why did John walk out earlier? He apparently... Where are you going, Bob? You're gonna be like John?
Fuck off. You don't deserve to live.
Well, that was interesting. But I mean, there's still money left over, so, yeah. Anyway, this is the James Corden show. I guess the interview is over now. I'm your host, Stephen. And, probably won't see me next time. Because James will be back again. But, that's the end of tonight's segment. And we will see you next time.